in employee object with other data type. Okay, with other data type, we have to create the fields. Okay, so yesterday I created employee object. In employee object, how many fields I have created? Okay, two fields. Okay, employee ID and employee name. Employee ID and employee name. There are two fields which I have created. Now what I want to create other field also. Okay, so I want to create employee email, employee phone number. Okay, so if you want to create email type of field, we have email data type. If you want to create phone type of field, so we have phone data type. Okay, yesterday one student was asking, I want to store boolean type of data. Boolean means true false. Okay, true false, 0 1 value. So in Salesforce we have checkbox. Okay, so I want to create one field in employee object. Employee is active or not. Okay, he is working in our company or not. So is active, it should be true or okay, else false. Checkbox means true and false. Okay, so let me create the field. So okay, how can we create field? Let me write the navigation. Okay, I'm not going to write the navigation, I'm going to follow it. So how can we create the fields? Click on the setup. Okay, setup, then go to the object manager. Now I want to create field in employee object. Open the object. In which object you want to create the field? Employee. Okay. Setup, object manager, then open employee object. Okay. Go to fields and relationship. Okay. Go to fields and relationship. Then what will you get? You will get all the fields. Okay. In fields and relationship, we will get all the fields and we will get a button to create new field. Okay. So click on new button. Okay. After clicking on new button, there are four steps. Okay. To create the fields, we have four steps. Okay. What is the step one? Select data type. Okay. So I want to create employee email field. So which data type I will select? I want to create employee email field. So which data type will I select? So answer is email. Good. Okay. So I am going to select email data type. Okay. Clicking on next button. Now label name employee email. Okay. Now here I am getting one option required. If you want to make this field as required, you can make it after clicking on this checkbox. Okay. Then we have unique. Okay. If you want email should be unique, that time you can click on this checkbox. Okay. Duplicate mail ID, you don't want to store it. Okay. So you can click on second checkbox. Okay. Third is external ID. Okay. So it is the advanced part. Means from external tool, we can send the data with the help of this field. Okay. If you will click on this checkbox, so from external tool, we can send the data. Okay. Okay. So now what I'm doing is step two completed. Enter the label name. Okay. Field name will automatically created. So one student is asking, can label name and API name can be different? Okay. In object, always it will be different. Okay. Always it will be different. Okay. So I'm clicking on next button. Okay. Now I am getting Third step. Okay. Third step is FLS, field level security. Okay. So which profile user can view this field? Okay. So FLS we will study in data security chapter. So you have to skip step third. Clicking on next button. Okay. Final step, add to page layout. So by default, it will be added on employee layout. Okay. So we have not to do any changes here. We have to click on save. Okay. So I want to create new field also. So I'm clicking on save and new button. Okay. Now I want to create employee phone number field. Okay. I want to create employee phone field. So which data type will I select to store employee phone? Yeah, phone data type. Perfect. Okay. So we have phone data type. Clicking on next. Okay. Clicking on next button. Step 3. We have to skip next, then save and okay. Now what I want to check employee is active or not. Okay, he is working in our company or not. Okay, so I want to store true and false value. Okay, is active true, is active false. Okay, if he is working in our company, so is active should be true. If he is not working in our company, so is active should be false. Okay, so which data type we will use to store true and false value? Okay, so we will use checkbox type of data type. Okay, boolean, there is no boolean data type. Okay, in coding we will select boolean, but here, okay, in point and click approach in admin part we don't have boolean. Okay, we have checkbox. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm going to select the checkbox. Okay, now clicking on next button. Okay, now what will be the label name? Is active. Okay, so by default it should be checked. Okay, now clicking on next button. Okay, next, then save and new. Okay, now I want to store employee date, DOV, and joining date time. Okay, so I want to store, yeah, data type name is checkbox. Okay, so I want to store employee date of birth. Okay, I want to store employee date of birth, means date I want to store. So to store the date type of information, we have date data type. Okay, which data type we can select? Date. Okay, selecting date data type, clicking on next button. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm going to write the label name. So employee DOV. Clicking on next, next, save and new. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm going to select, I'm going to create another field with date and time data type. Okay, so I have selected date and time data type. So if you want to store date and time, both information. Okay, if you want to store date and time, both information together, so you can select date time data type. Employee joining date time. Okay, clicking on next button. Okay, now clicking on save button. Okay, so one student is asking, is there any naming convention for our labels? Okay, so which naming convention you have to use? Upper camel. Okay, upper camel naming convention you have to follow. Okay, so I have created 5 fields. Okay, email, phone, checkbox is active. Okay, employee DOV and joining date time. Now what I'm doing, I'm going to check the functionality. Okay, now I want to check fields has been created or not. Okay, now I want to check field has been created or not. Okay, so guys, how can we check it? Okay, now I want to create the record in employee object. So guys, how can we create the record in employee object? What I have to do? Okay, setup. Guys, I want to create records. I want to create records in employee object. From where will I create it? Tab already be created. Okay, I want to create the record. Record means data. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to click on the app launcher and we have to open the application in which application this tab are available. Okay, so this tab are available in employee tracker application. Okay, so this tab is available in employee tracker application. Open the application, go to the employee tabs. Okay, so now there is one button new. So new employee you can create it. Okay, so new record you can create in employee object. Okay, so simple, we have to open the employee tab. Okay, so when you will open the employee tab, what will you get? You will get employee ID field. First field is employee ID. Okay, so is there any value in employee ID? No. Okay, user cannot enter the data in employee ID. Who will enter the data in employee ID? System. Okay, it is a auto number field. So system will automatically add the data. Okay, employee name. Okay, going to enter the phone number. Okay, employee is active. Okay, going to select the DOV. So here I'm getting the option. Okay, now employee joining date time. Okay, clicking on save button. Okay, so we can store. Okay, here you can see automatically what I'm getting employee ID. Okay, what will be the ID for Sankey? EMP03. Okay, it's the employee ID. Okay, employee name Sankey, email ID, phone number. Okay, boolean type of data is active. Okay, DOV and joining date time. I'm getting the information. Okay, so guys, any doubt till here? Okay, so from YouTube, a student is asking, anybody can create the Salesforce account? Yes, anybody can create the Salesforce account. Okay, sir, could you please send your current page link? Okay, it's the Salesforce account. Okay, you need to create it. Okay, so now what I'm doing, I'm going to create other fields. Okay, I'm going to create other fields. Okay, so we have one data type that is geolocation. If you want to store the location information, that time you can use geolocation type of data type. Okay, so simple, open the Salesforce org. Okay, open the application, sorry, open the object in which you want to create the field. Okay, so in employee object, I want to create the field. Okay, so how can we open the employee object? Simple, open the employee tab. Okay, set gear icon, and here you will get one option. Okay, open the employee tab, gear icon, and edit object. When you will click on edit object, you will redirect on employee object page. Okay, so now what I'm doing, I'm clicking on fields and relationship. Okay, fields and relationship, clicking on new button. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm going to select one data type, that is geolocation. Okay, checkbox to email completed. Now I want to store the location information, like latitude information, longitude information I want to store. For that, you can select geolocation as a data type. Okay, now clicking on next button. Okay, now enter the label name. Okay, employee location, in degree you can store it. Okay, decimal places you can select, then click on the next button. Okay, next, then click on save and new button. Can we select all the data types at a time? No, we can't select. Okay, so with geolocation, I have created the field. Next is number data type. Okay, so I'm going to create one field with number data type. What I want to store total employee experience. Okay, 2 year, 5 year, 10 year experience. Okay, so I'm going to select number as a data type. I want to store count. Okay, total experience. Okay, clicking on next button. Next, then save and new. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm going to create one field with percent data type. Okay, so guys, if you want to store percentage type of information, we have percent data type. Okay, if you will select this data type, automatically you will get the percent symbol. Okay, percent sign will automatically added. Okay, when you will select this data type. Okay, clicking on next button, then label name, okay, percentage in graduation. Okay, percentage in graduation. Clicking on next. Okay, next. Then I am clicking on save button. So three fields I have created. Okay, total experience, employee location, okay, and percentage. Now I am going to test it. Okay, I am going to test it. These fields are available in employee tab or not. Okay, in application, these fields are available or not. Okay. So now what I'm doing, I'm going to test it. Yeah. So one student is asking for account number or PIN number. Okay. For account number and PIN number, which data type we will use, because we have not to sort the data. Okay. We have to hide the data. So which data type we will use to store the account number and PIN number. So guys, when you will click on new button, okay. So in data type, you will get text encrypted. Okay. So for account and PIN, okay, for account password, we have text encrypted data type. Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'm going to test the functionality. Okay. Going to open the application. Click on the app launcher and open the employee tracker application. Okay. Now in employee object, I'm going to test it. I'm going to check it. Field has been created or not. Okay. So still I'm not getting the field. In Lightning, I'm not getting the fields. Okay. So we have to refresh it 2, 3 times. Okay. So still I'm not getting the fields. Okay. So the number of users are more in Lightning. That's why, okay, you will get late response. Okay. The number of users are more in Lightning. So what can you do? You can switch in Classic. Okay. You can switch in Classic to test the functionality. So I already told you how can we switch in Classic. Okay, click on view profile and switch to Salesforce Classic. Okay, switch in Classic. Now here we have all tabs. Okay, all tabs. Next to subscription, you will get all tabs. Okay, click on all tabs. Okay, now doing scroll down and you will get the employee object. Okay, let me search it. Control F. Okay, so here we have employees tab. Okay, I'm going to open it. Okay, now clicking on new button and you can see what I'm getting. I'm getting fields here. Okay, so you can write the employee name. Okay, so in you can enter the latitude and longitude information in degree. Okay, total experience you can write. Okay, percentage in graduation you can write and you can save the information. Okay, so in Lightning these fields will come. Okay, in some time. Guys, in Classic, what you have to do, you have to click on plus tab and open the tab. Okay, employee records, where you will get the employee records in employee tab. Okay, so here all tabs are available. Go to the employee tab. Okay, employees tab, open it. Okay, you will get the record. You can create new record. In Lightning, okay, you will get the response also. Okay, latitude and longitude information you can store it if you want to store. Okay, with geolocation data type. Okay, so sometimes we entered south degree, okay, 22 degree, north degree, like that, latitude and longitude. Okay, next field which I'm going to create, that is pick list. Okay, going to open the employee object, and next field which we have, that is pick list. Okay, so guys, what I want, okay, I want to store, I want to create one field, that is blood group. Okay, and in this field some options should be available. Okay, some options should be available: A positive, B positive, okay, O positive, AB positive. These options should be available. Okay, and user should be able to select one option. Okay, user should be able to select one option. Okay, so how it is a possible? Okay, how it's possible? Okay, so for that we have pick list type of field. Okay, so with the help of pick list data type, we can create the field. Okay, we can achieve this functionality with the help of pick list data type. Okay, so in Salesforce we have pick list data type. If you want to display multiple option and user can select one option at a time, so you can use pick list field. Okay, okay, so what is pick list? It is a drop down list. Okay, what we have to do, we have to create one list. In list you can add the value. Okay, A positive, B positive, AB positive, O positive, O negative, AB negative. Okay, these value you can add. Okay, from which you can select one option at a time. Okay, how many option, how many values you can select? Only one. Okay, you can select one option at a time from a list, that is big list. Okay, now what is the requirement? Create one pick list field in employee object. Okay, create one pick list field in employee object. What should be the field name? Employee type. Okay, and add three values: freelancer, contractor, and full time. Okay, so whenever we will click on employee type, so three options will be displayed: freelancer, contractor, and full time. Okay, if employee is freelancer, that time select freelancer. Okay, else select. Okay, otherwise we can select contractor and full time as a option. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to create pick list type of field. Okay, so guys, pick list is a field. Okay, so how can we create field? Guys, can you tell me how can we create a field? I want to create this field, employee type, in employee object. So what I have to do? From object manager. Perfect. Okay, I have to go on object manager. Okay, I have to click on setup, object manager. Which object we have to open? Okay, we have to open the employee object. Setup, object manager, open employee object. Go to fields and relationship. Okay, then new field. Okay, now which data type we have to select? We have to select pick list as a data type. Okay, allows user to select a value from a list. Okay, allow user to select a value from a list you define. Okay, list you define. So first what we have to do, we have to define the list also. Okay, so clicking on next button, going to enter the label name. Okay, employee type. Now what we have to do, we have to add the values. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to enter the values. So select second option, enter values. Okay, so here you can enter the value. Okay, so we have to add freelancer, contractor, and full time. Okay, so we have to select freelancer, contractor, and full time. Okay, so options I have added. Now, okay, if you want to display these options alphabetically, you can click on this checkbox. Okay, if you want, okay, if you want first value should be default value, that time you can select second. Okay, so freelancer should be automatically selected. By default, it will be selected. Okay, if you want to display value alphabetically, first checkbox. Okay, description, why are you creating this field? Help text, help message you can write. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm clicking on next button. Okay, clicking on next button, then going to save it. Okay, so successfully I am able to create the field. Okay, employee type with picklist data type. Now we have to test it. Okay, now we have to check the functionality. So simple, open the employee tracker application, open the employees tab. Okay, employees tab, refresh the page 2 3 times. Okay, then click on new button. Okay, so on clicking off new button, still I'm not getting the field. Okay, in lightning I'm not getting the field. Okay, maybe fields will be reflected in some time. Okay, you can see fields has been reflected. Okay, so after refreshing, what I'm getting the field. Okay, so I'm going to create next employee. Okay, so percentage, I have entered the percentage and automatically I'll get the symbol. Okay, percent symbol, automatically I'll get. Okay, now employee type. Okay, so what I'm getting here, there is one drop down. Okay, it is a drop down list. Okay, drop down list from which you can select one value. Okay, at a time you can select only one value, then save. Okay, so successfully I am able to create the record. Employee type, contractor. Okay, so guys, do you have any doubt in picklist data type? Okay, so from live chat, Susma have one doubt. Okay, you can ask me. Susma, you can write your doubt in your chat. Okay, in chat you can write your doubt. Okay. So Zoom participants, can you tell me, do you have any doubt? How can we make a field mandatory? Okay. Open the field. Okay. Edit object. What I'm doing, I'm going to open this field. Okay. So at the time of creating the field, you will get the option mandatory. Okay. Required checkbox. You can see required checkbox. Okay. Click on this checkbox. This field will become the required field. Okay. Don't make all fields required because we will create multiple records. Okay. So if you will make it required, if there is 50 field and all fields are mandatories. So to create one record, you have to enter the data in 50 fields. Okay. So don't make all fields are required. Yeah. One student is asking one question, Ganesh. Okay. So Ganesh is asking, is there any limit to add the option in pick list field, or we can add multiple option? Okay. So Ganesh, maximum we can add 1000 option. Okay. Option limit is 1000. Okay. Muskan, sir, can you give the navigation for pick list? Okay. Let me write the navigation. Setup. Okay. Object manager, employee object, fields and relationship. Okay. New button. What is this tab one? Select pick list data type. Okay. Step two, label name. Okay, what should be the label name? Employee type. Okay. Value. Okay. Enter values. Enter value. So you can add the values. Freelancer, contractor, full time. Okay. Then you have to click on next button. Okay. So in step two, what will you get? You will get the checkbox, required checkbox. Okay. So if you want to make this field as required, you can make it. Okay. If you want to display option in alphabetic order, so there will be checkbox. Okay. You can click on this checkbox. If you want first value should be default value, okay, you can make it. In step 2, these options will be available. Step 3, profile. Okay, FLS, field level security. Skip it, skip this part and click on the next button. Okay. Now step 4, add to page layout. Okay, these are the navigation which you have to follow. Okay, so Yogesh is asking one question. If we want to select the multiple option, then which data type we can use. Okay, so guys, when you will open the data type, there is one option also, multi select, or we can say multi pick list. Okay, in data type below pick list, you will get the multi select or multi pick list. Okay, so Susma is asking, sir, you said that lightning is faster as compared to classic, but response of fields getting somewhat late. Okay, what is the reason? Okay, according to Susma, we are getting late response in lightning as compared to the classic. Okay, but I told lightning is fast as compared to classic. Okay, so how functionality is not working fine? Okay, so guys, let's suppose we have two things. Okay, it is the classic and it is the light. Okay, whatever you will create, it will reflected in classic as well as in light. Okay, so let's suppose, okay, there are 1000 live user who are using classic, who are in classic. Okay, they are 1 crore user. Okay, they are 1 crore live user who are using the lightning. Okay, so number of live users are more in lightning. Okay, that's why you will get the late response in lightning. But when you will switch in classic, number of live users are less. Okay, that's why you will get the fast response. Okay, if what we will do, okay, if live users are same, 10 lakh users are in classic and same users are in lightning, that time you will get the fast response in lightning. Okay, as compared to classic. Now, why we are getting the fast response in classic? Because live users are less. Okay, it is the reason only. Yeah, lightning is the advanced version. Okay, it is the latest version. Okay, so Shravani is asking, can we use checkbox data type instead of pick list? Okay, checkbox means true false. We can store only two value, 0 1, true false. But what we have to do, we have to store many value. Okay, we have to store many value, many list. Okay, guys, you can say I'm going to take next example. From this example, you will understand. Okay, I want to create one field. Okay, what should be the field name? State. Okay, so whenever we'll create the employee report, there should be one field, state. Okay, in state field, all states should be available. Okay, we have to display all the states of India. Okay, if employee is from Maharashtra, that time employee can select Maharashtra. Okay, okay, if employee is from Telangana, then Telangana. Okay, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala. Okay, if employee is from Andhra Pradesh, so we can select Andhra Pradesh as a value. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to display many option. Okay, so what we will do, we will create pick list type of field. Okay, this time also we will create pick list type of field. Okay, so now what I'm doing, I'm going to create pick list type of field. Okay, open the employee object, go to fields and relationship, and select pick list as a data type. Okay, click on next button. Okay, label name, employee state. Okay, enter values and enter the value. Okay, UP, Maharashtra, Telangana, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. Okay, Tamil Nadu. So five option I have added. Now what I'm doing, I'm clicking on next button. Next button. Now going to save. Okay, clicking on save and new. Okay, I'm going to create new field also. That is city. Okay, I'm going to create new field with picklist data type. This time, what should be the field name? Employee city. Okay, clicking on next button. Now, employee city. Okay, city. So here I'm going to add the value. Noida, Lucknow, okay, Mumbai, Pune, okay, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Mysore, Chennai, Vellore. Okay, so I have added the city. Now going to save it. Okay, clicking on next. Okay, next, then save. Okay, so two pick list field I have created. Okay, two pick list field I have created. Employee, state, and city. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm going to open the object. Refreshing the page and going to create the new employee. Okay, so what I'm getting, employee state. Okay, so let me enter the, okay, let me enter the employee name. So any name we can write. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm selecting the employee state. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm going to select the Karnataka as a state. City. Okay, so what I'm getting all the city. Okay, I'm getting all the city. So, okay, I'm going to select Mysore. Then click on save button. Okay, sixth employee has been created. So now what I'm doing, okay, I have opened the employee file. Okay, Iswara. Okay, and what I want, if I am selecting Telangana as a state. Okay, if I am selecting Telangana as a state, so all the city, okay, which comes in Telangana, okay, these should be displayed. Okay, if I am selecting state as Maharashtra, okay, so all the cities of Maharashtra should be displayed here. Okay, other state city should not display. Okay, if I am selecting Karnataka, so only Karnataka cities should be displayed, Bangalore and Mysore. Okay, if I am selecting Tamil Nadu, so two cities should be available, Chennai and Vellore. Okay, so it's my requirement. Okay, so how it is possible? Okay, for that we have field dependency. Okay, for that we have field dependency. So if you want to display the value of one pick list field on the basis of another pick list field, that time what can you do? You can use the field dependency. Okay, so what I want, if employees from Tamil Nadu, okay, so Tamil Nadu should be display. Sorry, if employees from Tamil Nadu, so all the city of Tamil Nadu should be display. Okay, other city should not display. Okay, so how it is possible? It is possible with the help of field dependency. Okay, how can we create the field dependency? Okay, we have to open the employee tracker application. Open the, sorry, how can we create the field dependency? Open the employee object. Okay, go to fields and relationship. Okay, after that what will you get? You will get one button, that is field dependency. Okay, so guys, here you can see we have some buttons. New button, new field you can create. If you want to delete the fields, you can delete. Okay, and we have field dependency also. Okay, so click on field dependency. Okay, click on new button. Okay, click on new button. So I'm going to create new field dependency. Okay, so one field will be dependent on another field. Okay, one field will be dependent on another field. So now city is dependent on state. Okay, now city is dependent on state. So who is controlling to city field? State. So go to, okay, so city is dependent on state. Now click on continue. Okay, now click on continue. So now what we have to do? Okay, what is the requirement? I want to display the city on the basis of state. Okay, if I select UP as a state, so Noida and Lucknow city should be available. Okay, for Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow and Noida. For Maharashtra, Pune and Mumbai. Okay, so how can we add it? Simple, go to the Uttar Pradesh, select the value. Okay, now select the option. So with the help of controller, you can select many options. Okay, two option I have selected, Noida and Lucknow. Okay, after selecting the option, there is one button, include values. Okay, you have to click on include values button. Okay, if city is, sorry, state is Maharashtra, that time Mumbai and Pune, include values. Okay, if state is Telangana, that time one city should be available, Hyderabad. Okay, for Karnataka, two cities. Okay, for Tamil Nadu, Chennai and Vellore should be available. Okay, select the option, then always click on include values. Okay, now do scroll down and you can click on save button. Okay, so field dependency has been created. Okay, now come to the application and check the functionality. Okay, check the functionality. Okay, so going to create new employee. Okay, so I'm going to create one record. So what I'm doing, city, I cannot select the city, it is disabled. First we have to select the state. Okay, I am selecting UP as a state. Now clicking on city. Okay, so I'm getting UP state cities, Noida and Lucknow. Okay, if I'm selecting Maharashtra as a state, so there are two values, Mumbai and Pune. Okay, if I am selecting Telangana as a state, which city, we can select Hyderabad. Okay, if I am selecting Karnataka as a state, so we can select Bangalore and Mysore. Okay, if state is Tamil Nadu, so we can select Chennai and Vellore. Okay, simple, click on save button. So guys, do you have any doubt in field dependency? What is field dependency? Got it. Okay, please delete a field. Okay, we can store, okay, we can have same name for two employees. Okay, if we have two employees and employees names are same, okay, we can store it. With same name, we can store two data. Okay, there is one field, ID. Okay, record ID, which I'll teach you. Record ID will be different for both record. Okay, guys, so here, okay, we have navigation for field dependency. How can we create it? Okay, setup object manager, employee object, field and relationship. Okay, these are the navigation. Okay, so guys, now you can take a 5 minute of break. Okay, come back at 8:25. Okay, so if you want to create, you can say field dependency in your org, you can create it. Okay, you have 5 minutes. Okay, I'll come back at 8:25. Please be here. Guys, are you back? Yes. Yeah, good. Okay, okay, so there is one task which you will do in your free time. Okay. In employee object, what can you do? You can create two fields. Okay, shift, morning and evening. Okay, you have to create one quick list field, shift, and you have to add two values, morning and evening. Okay, day and night, whatever you want to write. What should be the shift time for day 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If it is if shift is night, so 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. What should be the shift timing? 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to create field dependency. Okay. If user has selected shift as day, so in shift timing, this option should be available only 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay. If user has selected night, so this option should be available 10 p.m. to 5. So you have to create two list field and one field dependency for day 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, for night 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. So in your free time, you will complete this task. Okay, so after 9 p.m. you can complete it. Else tomorrow you can complete it. Okay. Now one student asked me, okay, one student asked me, how can we store multiple values? Okay, if we have to store multiple value at a time, so how can we store it? How can we store multiple value? So here you can see we have multi-pick list, or we can say multi-select data type. Okay. So if you want to select multiple option at a time, okay, if you want to select more than one option at a time, so you can create multi-select type of field. Okay. So now I'm going to create one multi-select field. What is my requirement? What is the requirement? Create one multi-pick list field in employee object. Okay. What should be the field name? Skills. Okay. So I want to add some value in skill. Okay, employee knows C language, C++, Java, Python, PHP, Angular, React. Okay, Salesforce, SAP. Okay, these options should be available. Okay, if employee knows C, C++, Java, Python. Okay, so that time one option should be available. Select the skills. Okay, select three skills, four skills. If you know four skills, so four skills should be automatically selected. Okay. So how it is possible? It is possible with the help of multi-select. Okay. How can we create multi-select field? Open the org, go to the employee object. Okay. Click on fields and relationship. Then new button. Okay. Do scroll down. What will you get? You will get multi-pick list. Okay, multi-pick list or multi-select. Okay, what is the definition? Allow user to select multiple values from a list you define. First, we will define the list and user can select multiple values. Okay, clicking on next button. Okay, now I'm going to enter the label name. Okay, skills. Now what we have to do? We have to add the values. So we have global pick list value set. Let's suppose what you want. If you want to save the options in database, if you want to save the options in database, so you can use global pick list value set. Let's suppose you want to use state in many object. Okay, in employee object, customer object, passenger object, in user object. Okay, state option you want to use in many object. What can you do? You can create a global pick list set. Okay, it is the advanced part. You can skip it. Okay. So I'm clicking on enter values. I want to enter skills value here. Okay. So skills, what I'm doing, C language, C++, Java, Python, PHP, Angular, Salesforce, SAP. Okay. Now, simple click on next button. Okay. Step 3, skip it. Next button. Then save. Okay. Now going to refresh the page. Okay. Coming to the employee object. Okay. Opening the employee tabs. So when you will open the employee tab, what will you get? You will get the skills. Okay. So here you can add many skills. You can add many options. PHP, Python, Salesforce, Java. If you want to select multiple options at a time, create multi-pick list. If you want to select one option at a time, create pick list type of it. Okay. You can add the value. Then click on save button. The Java, Python, PHP, Salesforce value has been added. Okay. So guys, do you have any doubt in multi-pick list? All clear. Good. Yeah, perfect. Okay, now what I'm doing, full dependency completed. Okay, so I'm going to create fields with other data type also. Okay, some data types are remaining. Guys, you can take the screenshot if you want. Okay, it is the multi-pick list. If you want to take the screenshot, you can take it. Sir, classic and lightning both both are different version. We store data in lightning, how it store in classic. Okay, Harry, basically these are the UI. In Salesforce, we have two types of UI. One is classic, second is lightning. Okay? Classic is not mobile responsive and lightning is mobile responsive. It is the difference. Okay? In backend, data is storing in SFDC cloud, okay, Salesforce cloud. But you can open any type of UI, classic and lightning. In both UI, you will get the data. Okay? Multi-pick list is similar to the pick list. You have to add the option. Okay. Now I'm going to create field with other data type. Okay. So I'm going to create one field that is bank name. Okay. Bank address, bank account. Okay. I want to store the bank account information. Okay. Bank account number information. For that, we have text encrypted data type. Okay. If you want to hide the data, you can use text encrypted data type. Okay. So let me create first bank name. Okay. So I'm using text data type. Allow users to enter any combination of letters and number. Okay. If you want to store alphanumeric value, use text as a data type. Okay. Let me enter the table. Bank name. Okay. Maximum length you can select. Next, next, then save and new. Now what I'm doing, again, I'm going to create field with text area data type. Okay. So we have two data type. First is text, second is text area. Okay. So when you will give the interview on Salesforce, so interviewer will ask the question, guys, what is the difference between text and text area data type? Okay. So it is the interview question. Difference between text and text area data type. Okay. So first what I'm doing, I have created one field with text data type. Now I'm going to create second field with text area data type. Okay. Let me create one field. Then we will discuss on difference. Bank address. Next button. Next. Then see. It has been created. Two times I have clicked on save button. That's why I was getting the validation error message. Okay. So bank address has field has been created with text area data type. Bank name with text data type. Okay. Now we will check the difference. In Lightning, I'm not getting the field. Okay, in Lightning, it will come in some time. So what I'm doing, I'm going to open the Classic. Okay, view profile, switch to Salesforce Classic. Okay, Alt tab, employee object. Okay, going to open the employee tab. Okay, clicking on next, new button. So here you can see what I'm getting. I'm getting bank name, bank address. Okay. So guys, what is the difference between text and text area? First difference, if you will select text as a data type, okay. If you will select text as a data type, you can store alphanumeric value. Okay. What will be the maximum length? The maximum length will be 255 character. Okay. For text data type, what will be the maximum length? 255 characters. Okay. What will be the maximum length for text area data type? Maximum length will be 255 character for text area data type also. So within 255 characters, you can use text or text area data type. Okay. If character length are more than 255 characters. Okay. If character length are more than 255 characters, so that time you can use text area long and text area rich data type. Okay. So what is the main difference between text and text area? If you are selecting text as a data type, okay, so we can enter the data in a single line. Okay. Maximum length is 255, which you can select for text. Okay. But whatever data you will enter, it will be in single line. Okay. In text area, we can enter the data in multiple line. Okay. So we can separate the data in text area data type. Okay. So you can see here when you will when you will create the report. Okay. So when you will create the report, okay, so you will get two fields, bank name, bank address. Okay. So bank name, SDFC, I have entered. So in single line, I can enter the data only. Okay. In multiple lines, I can't add, but bank address you can enter. Okay. Like that. Okay. Nagar, Pune 203 203. Save. In separate line, you can enter the data if you have selected text area as a data type. Okay. So guys, it is the interview question. What is the difference between text and text area data type? It is the main difference. Any doubt? Guys, any doubt in text and text area data type? Yeah. No, sir. All clear. Perfect. Okay. Next is text area long data type and text area rich data type. Okay. So I'm going to create two fields. One field with text area long data type. Okay. Work experience detail. Clicking on new button. We're going to create new field. This time, what option I'm selecting? Text area long. Okay. If character length is greater than 255 character. Okay. If character length is greater than 255 characters. Okay, you want to store the data and data length is greater than 255 characters. So you can select text area long data type. Okay. Up to 1,31,072 characters you can okay in separate line. Up to 1,31,072 characters you can store. Okay. So I'm going to select text area long data type. Okay. What is the field label name? Work experience details. The maximum length you can select 1,31,000. Okay, clicking on next button. Next, then save and new. Now I am selecting text area rich data type. Achievements and award. What should be the label name we have to enter? Achievements and reward. Okay, achievements and awards. Okay, clicking on next button, and going to save. Okay, so field I have created. Two field successfully I have created. Okay, now what is the interview question? What is the difference between text area long and text area rich data type? So when you will give the interview on Salesforce, interviewer can ask difference between lightning and classic, difference between standard object and custom object. Okay, what is auto number? Difference between pick list and multi pick list. Okay, what is the difference between text and text area data type? Okay, we have text area long and text area rich data type. What is the difference? Okay, these are the interviews. Okay, the text area long. So how many characters we can store in text area long? Okay. Maximum we can store 1,31,072 characters in a separate line. Not a single line, in separate line we can store 1,31,000 characters. 1,31,000 characters data we can store in text area. So, okay, next is text area rich. The maximum we can store 1,31,7,200 72 characters in a separate line. Okay, characters limits are same. Okay, for both data type. Then what is the main difference? We cannot add image link in text area alone. But if you have selected text area rich data type, so we can add images link. Okay, we can change the color of the text. We can change the size of the text. Okay, so it is possible. The two field I have created. One field I have created work experience with long data type and achievement with rich data type. Okay, so I'm going to test it. Okay, in which fields I am getting the option to add the link, to add the image. Okay, I'm going to check the functionality. Okay, let me check. Open the classic. Employee object, and I'm clicking on new button. Okay, so do scroll down, work experience. Okay, work experience field I have created from long data type. Text area long. This one, text area rich. Okay, so here I'm getting the option, add the link, add images. Okay, you can change the color, whatever you want to do. With these extra features, I'm getting it text area rich data type. But in long data type, we will not get it. Okay, characters limits are same. Just let me enter the data, then click on save button. Okay, so successfully report has been created. Okay, so guys, do you have any doubt in text area long and text area rich data type? No doubt, all clear. Perfect. Okay, so three fields are remaining. Account number, okay, check-in time and Naukri profile. Okay, so let's suppose if you want to hide the data, okay, you want to store the data in encrypt form. So for that, we have text encrypted. Okay. So I'm going to select this data type also. I'm going to create one field with text encrypted data type. Okay. Three data types are remaining. Text encrypted, time, URL. Going to select text encrypted as a data type. Then account number. Okay, length you can select. Okay, so when you will enter the bank account number, so there will be mask. Okay, mask type. So if you want to mask all characters, you can select mask all characters. Okay, so like that, data will display like that. Okay, if you want to display last four characters, then second option. Okay, credit card number. Okay, like that you can display the data. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm going to mask all characters. Okay, clicking on next button. Okay. Step 3, skip next and save and new. Okay. Now, if you want to store time information, okay. If you want to store time information, we have time data type. Okay. So employee check-in time. Next, next, save and okay. So last data type is URL. If you want to store the URL information, okay. What I want employee Naukri profile. Okay. I want employees LinkedIn profile. Okay. So you can use the URL data type. Okay. Click on next button, next, and then save. Okay. So with all data type, we have created the fields. Now refresh the page. Okay. And create new report. So what I'm doing, I'm going to enter the data. Okay. So you can add many skills if you want to add. Okay. Bank name, any bank name you can write. Okay. Account number, I'm adding account. Okay. Click on save button. Okay. So in account number, bank account number, in which form I'm getting the data in encrypt form. Okay, no. URL data type means you will get the URL. Okay, you will get the data in command link form. Okay, you can click on the URL. Now you will open the report in edit mode. That time also you will get the data in encrypt form. Okay, only first time you will get, when you will enter the data, that time it will be in number form. But after saving the data, it will be in encrypted form only. Okay. So guys, I have created field with all data type. Okay. So guys, do you have any doubt till here? Okay. So if you don't have any doubt, we can wrap up this session. Okay, so guys, now we can end the meeting. Okay, Chandana, are you here?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Himanshu.
Yeah, thank you guys. Bye bye.
Students, I'm sending the attendance link again. If you didn't mark your attendance, fill it again. Okay. Any more questions, you can ask me in the chat box or else good to go. We'll wind up it. So, Neha, ma'am, how we can get placement support from XLR? So, for free courses, we are not providing any placement assistance. So for paid courses, like we have paid courses, for that we are giving unlimited placement assistance. Okay. Should we submit project at the end? No, not required. Can we get previous classes? Yes. So we have our LMS dashboard, in that you will get how many times attendance submitted, ma'am. Harry, I didn't get you. Like, how many days attendance is mandatory for certificate, or else? Please clear that question. Yeah, for certificate. So 60% attendance is mandatory. Okay. So you need to mark at least 9 days. Digital marketing certificates by this week we will provide you. Okay. Okay, done. So I'm done with your questions. Thank you. Yeah, the LMS access will be lifetime.